Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more.
And to the rest of you, the non-believers, the underachievers, the tweet and deleters, you guys make me sick to my stomachs, fam. Honestly, if you guys want to look in my eyes, you guys want to do something? That's what I thought. No, that's what I thought. That's what I
That's what I thought. You're still here. You're watching. You're watching, ho. What do you have to say? Get out of my comment section. Get off my video. Oh, no? You're not gonna do that? Because you love me? Oh, okay. Yeah. I know. Anyway, I am back again with another video. And in today's video, babies, we're going to be speaking about K. Michelle and what happened to her career. We're going to be talking about it because I found out a lot of shit, okay? There's a lot of tea. There's a lot of stuff that happened with K. Michelle. And in case you guys don't know who K. Michelle is, she's is and was like this R&B singer. And so, I used to bop out to her real heavy back in the day, okay, when I was a lot younger. So we're going to talk about her. We're going to talk. And if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. I love you. As of 2023, K. Michelle is 41 years old. She is an extremely talented woman. She's college educated. She can sing and she can play many instruments, okay? Way back in the early 2000s, K. Michelle was signed to record label Jive Records. They saw her potential and they wanted to move forward with her as she decided she wanted to pursue a solo career in music. She made a whole bunch of singles with them. She also made an album or so with them, and it didn't end up doing too well. They ended up shelving her for like majority of her time with Jive. So her time with Jive turned out to actually be mostly wasted time and wasted efforts. And she ended up getting a start to her solo career a little bit late because of this. After not really accomplishing much on Jive Records, she ended up not being with them anymore, and she was on Love and Hip Hop for a while. While she was on Love and Hip Hop, she was later approached by Atlantic Records, and she dropped an album with Atlantic. Actually, the album that she dropped did about 72,000 units in its first week. And this album was released off of the back of some of her hottest singles that we know and love. So, in my opinion, that freaking album did not do bad at all. We've seen bigger artists than K. Michelle drop today's time and sell way less than her and are still somehow relevant. So 72,000 copies first week actually isn't bad. Didn't Doja Cat just do that? But I guess apparently at the time, it wasn't cutting it for the record label she was signed to at the time. And so they had an issue with this. Some people feel as though the sales for that album is something that could have contributed to K. Michelle's downturn in her career or her career starting to flop. Because she had such a huge breakout moment with a lot of her singles, I think that her record label was expecting higher sales units. Also, it was said that fans did report when they went to go see K. Michelle when she was performing after her album dropped and performing a lot of her singles, that K. Michelle had a bad attitude when they went to meet her at concerts and shows, and they weren't allowed to take pictures of her or with her at all. Some did say after experiences like this, they were completely turned off from K. Michelle entirely, with whispers going around that the fans were having a hard time with her, and also apparently whispers in the industry that she had a bad attitude and that she was hard to work with were starting to circulate. Also, she had bad experiences constantly on the Love and Hip Hop franchise, where people saying that she was abrasive, mean, rude, hard to work with, and always having problems on the show. Granted, Love and Hip Hop is a reality TV show that is supposed to have drama and salaciousness, but apparently, even on the show, she would take things too far to the point where that people were starting to get really frustrated with her. Now, me personally, I never watched Love and Hip Hop, and at the time K. Michelle was out, I didn't know anything about that. The only thing I knew about was her music, and I was listening to her, and all of a sudden she fell off the face of the earth. But apparently, there were so many things brewing behind the scenes that caused this to inevitably happen. Not only that, but there were also theories that fans and the industry allegedly weren't too welcoming for K Michelle because they felt like the industry already had versions of her. Being that K Michelle did R&B style music when she first broke out, people likened her to artists like Mary J. Blige, Keisha Cole, Monica, and etc. And people felt as though when she broke out, we already had artists like that, and so there was no need for a K Michelle. Me, I don't personally feel that way because she was eating when she came out, and I'm pretty sure R&B, the time that she came out, wasn't a heavily dominated space to where there wasn't any room for our K Michelle to exist and be successful. So I don't necessarily think it was because we had other artists similar to her at the time. I think it was different drama and situations that were coming up surrounding her that caused her not to be as successful, not because there were other R&B artists. Also, it is said that K Michelle was very messy when it came to performances and shows, and that she was supposed to show up for radio shows and performances that she ended up canceling constantly. And because of her canceling out on these shows, thus costing these radio broadcasters lots and lots of money, she was blackballed from US radio across the United States of America. And it did not help her out when it came time for her to release more albums and more singles in the future. Take a look at this Love and Hip Hop clip of people on the show kind of speaking about her situation at the time. Also, this is the only clip I could find. The clip is super low and you can barely hear it, even with me turning the volume up all the way on the clip. So here it goes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth too. I think your album is garbage.
Damn.
I think your vocals is garbage. I think
Nah, K Michelle can sing. We ain't gonna say that.
I couldn't believe it. You know some straight bull, and I see through that. Yes, I am, bro. You never will be like a Beyonce or a Rihanna, and you're mad at them. Industry ain't with you. Google it. K Michelle is banned from radio for missing promo events. That's what this troll is mad about. K just trying to find a new target to take down. But not this time, and it's not gonna be my wife. You are blackballed from radio.
Stand up for your wife. I ain't mad at it.
Okay, so if it was a little hard to hear that, he was basically saying she was blackballed from radio and he was talking about her album performance and basically what contributed to that, which is what I was stating earlier. So K Michelle is having a hard time in this place in her career because she's trying to get out her work, but at this point most radio stations aren't giving her the time of day, on top of the reputation that she was building in the industry for not being easy to work with. She went on to release some more albums that didn't do so well commercially, and she was on Love and Hip Hop, which sustained a lot of her relevancy at the time. So what exactly is K Michelle doing now? She's still doing shows and appearances, performing a lot of her popular music. I have seen that. I've seen advertisements over the years for her having her solo shows and things like that. She's also been dabbling in country music, which is cool. Definitely not something that I thought that she'd ever do, but she did state a couple years ago that it was always her true passion to make country music, but she did not have a space in any time or point in her career that she had the flexibility to be able to approach that creatively. So she's released a couple of country music singles. I don't think she's released a full-on country album yet, but I have heard singles. Personally, I don't really care for it. I have heard some of it. I don't really care for it, but I do appreciate the versatility and I do appreciate her going and doing something that she's always wanted to do and that she's pursuing that without being afraid of what people would have to say about it. If you are an avid fan of K Michelle then and now, or just somebody who casually listened to her like I did back when I was younger, what do you think contributed to her falling out of the appeal of the mainstream? Let me know down below, and I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.